Um, but I seen a few poor, broke, dirty, fat back on Instagram talking about my son, and it just make me so angry and mad. But then I have to realize that my son is richer than him. He has a more successful life. He's in Italy at 6 months. He's been across the world. He's been around the world already, and he's only been living for 6 months. And they broke, poor, can barely eat, probably on welfare still. And they grown, probably living with their mama. Now, if you're a nice person and I described your life in any way, I don't mean no harm to you. I'm talking to the people that was talking crazy about my son. And I just want to say, like, make sure you keep that on the internet, because I in real life.
It was like a screenshot that she posted of me DMing her.
Okay. And you were dating Halle at the time?
Yeah, but we was like going through a really, really, really rough patch. And it was kind of, yeah, so I was just like, you know, being petty, you know, type shit. But I had no intention, like I did it in front of her, I had no intentions of actually linking with Ruby, you know?
Yeah.
She's seen it. Like imagine you arguing with your girl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, you get mad at her for something that, you know, you're mad, right? You're like, all right, since you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do this, watch this type shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you actually showed her.
Yeah, like
doing it.
I feel like people thought that I was like sneakingly like, ooh, what you doing type shit. And that's when she posted, I know what type of girl she is. I knew she was going, like, I wouldn't even do that. That's just not like.
Halle Bailey is fed up with all of you people doing way too much for her and DDG, and she is sick of it. Ever since their relationship began, Halle and DDG have been the target of a lot of vitriol. However, when people began making fun of Halo, the infant child of Halle and DDG, it went too far. When DDG and Halle eventually shared photos of Halo, her infant received a lot of harsh remarks. DDG became enraged at people who were disparaging his kid, and this put Halle into a tailspin. Let's dissect this circumstance since it's incredibly sad and messy. Halle and DDG have been in a relationship for over 3 years. You also assume that the relationship will be accepted by the fans, but this is untrue. To be fair, DDG's ridiculous personality and the way he occasionally portrays Halle as having a terrible life are mostly to blame for the animosity. When he attempted to lead us to believe that Halle had cheated on him in 2023, fans began to give him the side look. After unfollowing her on Instagram, he posted about how these gals were all the same. There is no way. As people were pursuing Halle, DDG remained silent and she was later hauled for Phil. Eventually, he came clean and said, "The internet is so gullible," adding that he was only playing around. By the way, nobody cheated on anybody. Take nothing too serious from my tweets. You guys take life far too seriously. All of us will eventually pass away. While we're here, let's attempt to enjoy ourselves. And don't even get me started on how he began behaving all messy right before her new film, The Little Mermaid, was scheduled for release. He tweeted on the day of the main release, asking if it was better to watch the new version of The Little Mermaid or the cartoon version first before seeing the live-action version. I've never seen it. In Don't Be a Menace, he added real movies. When we learned that he was disparaging Halle's co-star Jonah Howard-King on social media, things took a terrible turn. Talk about how Jonah and Halle had such great chemistry and would make such a cute couple if they ever choose to go further was all over the place. DDG chose to tweet from his burner account. Do they truly believe this man has the strength of character to seduce DDG's girlfriend? It's not him. Since someone found an old tweet in which he requested that people follow the burner account, we also know that it is, in fact, his burner account. If you thought that was awful enough, it gets even worse since he released a song titled Famous, in which he acknowledged that he was envious of Halle's fame. From the first stanza, when he said, "You're filming a movie, so you're kissing dudes," he launched right into it. If the content is for promotion, I don't provide A&F. I no longer want to see that kind of thing. In the picture, you two are holding hands. Why? I admit that I'm insecure. That is not acceptable. Want to let go, but I'm too tied to you. The second verse was even worse since he acknowledged that he consciously tries to sabotage her time in the spotlight and accused her of cheating on him with her male co-stars. I've been feeling so insecure that I've been wondering if you're actually sleeping with the man you work with on movies, he added. I could read something and then ruin it. I possess a platform. I'm misusing it. I would like to know a few things about your work. Do these dudes turn you on when you're filming your movie? Do you guys still text each other when you leave the set? When DDG's former partner Ruby Rose revealed that he had texted her behind Halle's back, things became even more shady. When Halle uploaded a video of herself at DDG's house, that drama got underway. Furthermore, Ruby asserted that the clothing Halle wore in the video belonged to her. "It's crazy that you're wearing my clothes," she tweeted. She continued, "I like Halle. Wanted to make sure we were completely sure she was talking about Halle. DDG is definitely an oddball." Ruby stated that DDG made advances on her while they were both at the Young Miami party. "Be upset that I wouldn't accompany him home after the Carisha party," she tweeted. "Super cap, I'm not pressed over you," DDG retorted. "Don't trust a word she says. I've had her for the past 2 years." She was hurt. Then, Ruby gave him a back clap, exposing the fact that he had been messaging her behind Halle's back. She also mentioned in one of the texts, "You hitting me up the day y'all argue." "It really is you," he responded. "You're right. I'll go heal first." DDG received a lot of backlash over that, but he brushed it off, insisting that Halle was all right. She is aware of reality. "A few days ago, we were over. Ruby is just pursuing clout." Ruby, however, was not done discrediting DDG. She remarked, "You call me every time you see me talking crap about them with a new man. You already know that I don't play that BS, which is why I'm single. You went to the cool girl who will tolerate it because of this." Due to the uncomfortable circumstances, people now believed that Halle was going to depart from DDG. However, she was very clear that she was going to be with her partner through good times and bad. "It's the devil at work," she tweeted. "Don't believe the lies, especially if they come from a third party. Everyone, stay blessed." At all costs, Halle was going to stand by her guys and her relationship. The following moment, she became pregnant and gave birth to a child named Halo. Because of all the adorable content he shares with DaBaby, DDG has even been able to win back the hearts of his supporters. His admirers began to question whether we had been too hard on him because he seemed like a nice father. Furthermore, he looked to be going all out for Halle and indulging her. Last Christmas, he gave her a Birkin.
Uh-oh, open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Wait, hold on, what?
What the hell? What the hell? We need some milk.
Their relationship appears to be progressing well, and they have even been referred to as a couple. However, things became uneasy once more when he made a mistake and admitted that he had actually sent Ruby Rose that SMS, despite his accusation that Ruby Rose had altered the image for political purposes. If it wasn't awful enough, he further disclosed that he had texted Halle directly because they were fighting.
It was like a screenshot that she posted of me DMing her.
Okay. And you were dating Halle at the time?
Yeah, but we was like going through a really, really, really rough patch. And it was kind of, yeah, so I was just like, being petty, type shit. But I had no intention, like I did it in front of her, I had no intentions of actually linking with Ruby,
Yeah.
She's seen it. Like imagine you arguing with your girl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And, you get mad at her for something that, you're mad, right? You're like, all right, since you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do this, watch this, type shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you actually showed her?
Yeah,
why you're doing it.
I feel like people thought that I was like, sneakingly like, ooh, what you doing, type shit. And that's when she posted, I know what type of girl she is. I knew she was going, like, I wouldn't even do that. That's just not like.
It was so embarrassing. You guys should have left the entire thing in the drafts. But once more, Halle sticks by our hero and seems to be genuinely in love. She stated unequivocally that, as an adult, she will never follow advice from the internet. She and DDG decided to keep him off the internet after she had Halo. Furthermore, what do you know? It's easy to understand why. He is really cute, and they finally shared a picture of his face a few days ago. However, as you all know, the internet can be cruel, and some trolls wrote that we should have waited longer for that. And please don't keep an ugly baby's face hidden for a long time merely to show off an ugly baby's cuteness. That kind of baby talk is dirty work. Once more, I understand Halle and DDG's decision to shield their child from that drama. Halle was unhappy for obvious reasons, and DDG sifted through the haters to find garbage.
But I seen a few poor, broke, dirty, fat back on Instagram talking about my son, and it just make me so angry and mad. But then I have to realize that my son is richer than him. He has a more successful life. He's in Italy at 6 months. He's been across the world. He's been around the world already, and he's only been living for 6 months. And they broke pork and barely eat, probably on welfare still. And they grown, probably living with their mama. Now, if you're a nice person and I described your life in any way, I don't mean no harm to you. I'm talking to the people that was talking crazy about my son. And I just want to say, like, make sure you keep that on the internet, because I in real life.
This was the reaction from the crowd. Stop posting your children in a negative space if you're only expecting positive things. They wrote in their comments, you cannot be happy in two places. You can have skin that is thicker. Your child is not and will not be the only one. It's not right, but that's the way things are. DDG and Halle kept the infant off the internet for this extended period of time because they knew this would happen. The parents are to blame for this, even though I disagree with adults or people in general making comments about an innocent baby. I understand, but I've never felt the need to stand up for him. Regardless of the audience's truth, if people talked about my innocent infant, it might make me act in my worst. Even so, I know I would still be furious if I did. He's only a newborn. I need to know how you guys feel about the scenario, even though it's a flaming mess. Leave a remark or your thoughts below.